Cool.
Um, so we've been asked to run a ADC Global event by Scott Hunt in the UK, and it's actually last year they ran the ADC Global, and it was only a short prize pool. It was the first time they've ever done it. There was 3 qualifiers held in Penrith last year. I was fortunate enough to get through and win that, and went over. But as everybody knows, there's been no ADC events in Australia since then. But they still want Australian representation this year. They wanted Australian representation in the international doubles that is coming up on the 29th of August, actually, which I was actually supposed to be part of, and myself and Jeremy Fagg. Unfortunately, the DPA events came forward, and we're in for the running for Premier League spots and so forth. And we've had to let them know that currently there won't be any Australian representation there. But what they've turned around and done is thrown a pretty good offer on table, which is nearly 6 weeks free accommodation in the UK and economy return flexi airfares to the UK and back for their ADC Global event. And there's one person that can win that. So we're actually holding some qualifiers on Saturday the 27th and Sunday the 28th of September at Carroll Park Darts Club here in Brisbane. We've actually, I've shared the post and the link on Facebook, and I know a few people have shared it around. There it is up on the screen. It's the largest amateur prize fund ever. So it's £60,000 to the winner, which is nearly 120,000 Australian dollars, which is a fairly good carrot. Yes, so what we've done is we've gone through and we've put down what we will guarantee as a prize fund. That part of it at the moment is funded by nominations and myself. So it's 500 for first, 250 for second, 125 for the semi-finalists. Top 8 will be $60, and top 16 will be $30. But that's based on 37 entries. So obviously, if we get 60 entries, that will increase. The other thing that we're also looking at doing is streaming the events. At this stage, we want you guys to do it, but obviously we don't have a streaming sponsor at this stage. So if there is somebody that would like to see it streamed and would like to assist in some sponsorship, that would be very much appreciated. But they can certainly contact me via Facebook or on my mobile or email. My mobile's 0407 597 3008. What are you doing?
I'm panicking.
Ben, it's been on his logos for years, and we've been throwing them around the place, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's fine. But, just so they don't have to read the logo.
Yeah.
But yeah, just want to re-clarify.
Oh, Ben, your mic's not going through.
It is now. Yeah, I saw the comment. Thanks, Steel Flight.
But there are a few different conditions. So the thing that the ADC have put forward is that nobody who is qualified for the PDC or Lakeside World Championships can enter the event. So
that's a bit of a pain. It would have been great if you had one of those spots and you could use this flights and accommodation to get you over there, wouldn't it? But no.
It would have been good.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, you know. Lakeside and PDC have had their whole exclusivity thing for a while, and branding yourself as not a world championship but global championship, you know, same kind of thing. So taking that same exclusivity through kind of makes sense.
But it is also like the ADC have really well promoted themselves as the amateur organisation, not the professional. So yes, so that's one of the reasons why they've gone down that path. And it's only open to Australia and New Zealand residents. Unfortunately, the DPNZ have their final event on that weekend. We went through the calendar trying to find events so it didn't clash with any Darts Australia, DPA. Unfortunately, where the club that we're holding it is a Darts Queensland affiliated club, so there would be penalties if they hold it on to another event. That was the only free weekend before the Premier League starts on the 4th of October to hold it.
So speaking of that venue, pretty famous venue in Dartstream Live circles, where is it, mate?
It's on, hang on, now you got me. It's on 1449. Yeah, 1449 Boundary Road, Ellen Grove, and it's actually Gordon Mather's, GG Mather's home club. And that's where he's actually the president of, and that's where he's been playing for most of his life. So,
talking about Carroll Park Darts Club.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to get to. But
home of Queensland's DSL Friday night darts, Carroll Park Darts Club.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And speaking of those Friday night comps, I think at this stage we're looking at still running a DSL Friday night darts on that Friday in the lead into the Saturday, Sunday of this Global Championship qualifier. So there won't be any points on that Friday night, but we'll confirm in the lead up, but looking at doing that.
And well, the reason we also did it just on the Saturday and Sunday, so there's 2 knockout tournaments on the Saturday, 1 on the Sunday. We didn't put anything on the Friday, one because they do have the tournament there on the Friday night, so if somebody wants to go and have a practice and roll their arm over beforehand, but it also allows the players to travel as late as they want on the Friday, and we're only having the 1 tournament on the Sunday, so they can also travel home on the Sunday afternoon if they wish.
It's a big enough. Sorry, yeah. What I'm saying is, it's a big enough carrot to really get some players interested. The semi-pro type players, if they don't get a crack at Lakeside, don't get a crack at the World Championships, to at least get over there and get your head on telly a bit and playing something big, and chance for some big dogs as well.
And it is, and like you've just seen the likes of Raymond Smith go over there. You're going to be seeing the players like Danny Van Tripe and so forth. Players to that caliber are actually probably going to qualify for this event. So it's not going to be an easy run for anyone. It's going to be a very, very high quality tournament. So we don't know what group the Australian player will be in yet. If you wanted to, hang on, that screen, where did we put that? No, I've lost my PDF now. That one there where you've got there, Ben, so we don't know which group the Australian player will be in yet. So there's 8 groups of 7 players. So when they're playing, so in the group stages, there's 7 players in each group. The top 4 will go through to the knockout group. So you only play each other once. So out of that 7 players, you get 6 games. You make the top 4, you then go into the knockout group. And in the knockout groups, you play each other twice. There's 4 players and you play each other twice. So there's 6 games there. And then they take the top player from each knockout group. Then they have nearly a 2.5 week break. And as you see, they will then play either on the 3rd or 4th of January for the final. So even if you come 7th in the group, you're going to get £500. But if you make your knockout group and you come, say, 4th, 3rd, so there's £800, £900 and £1,250. And then, so if you make the quarterfinals and you happen to be in the top 8, you'll get minimum £4,000. Make the semis, £8,000. A winner and runner-up. Even the runner-up, £20,000. That's quite phenomenal money.
So let's get back to the qualifier. So to get into this event, only one Australian's going to make it, and you're running one event at the Carroll Park over a weekend, correct?
3 events over the weekend.
3 events over a weekend, and it's the number 1 order of merit at the end of that weekend that gets the spot, right?
It is, and what we've decided to do, so we've got a point system in place. So first is 20 points. Runner-up, like the finalist, is 17. Then you go down to 3rd and 4th will be 14 points, 5 to 8, 11 points. But what we've done is it will be a full open random draw, no seeding at all. So the 2 finalists who play in the final potentially can meet in the first round in the next knockout. And we did that to try and keep the point system a little bit closer.
Yeah, because I mean, in those, it's always at the start of a new season, you have a fresh seedings list, and it takes a good couple of tournaments for it all to kind of really settle. And the seeding in the first few events wouldn't be, so your seeding in events 2 and 3 would just be a bit scattered, right? You can have enough good players there that could be seeded, maybe lose in their first game, don't get seeded. So, yeah, it keeps it interesting, keeps it kind of fair, just making it random draw for everybody. And I think it's the right way to go.
Yeah, we had a bit of a debate about how we should actually do that, and that's the thing that we came up with. Now, people enter via Darts Atlas. So Darts Atlas is the system that will be run on the event. Main reason being is because that's the contracted program that the ADC use. So we can't get away with that. We have to use their system, and the entry links are on that online link that we've shared on the global page. So you don't have to pay any money.
In the comments.
Yep, you don't have to pay any money in the Darts Atlas itself, because all monies are paid to myself on the day. So the reason being is that we can then pay the players out in cash on the day. So as they after the first tournament, I'll pay everybody out. After the second, I'll pay everybody out, and after the final, pay everybody out. So yeah, there is a little bit of cash there, whilst it's not on the high end. But if we can get 64 players, well, obviously then that will increase quite dramatically.
Well, it sounds exciting, and it's a long time to stay over in the UK, and it goes right over Christmas. So it's really sort of geared to somebody that's pretty serious about the opportunity, because you got to spend that time away from your family over Christmas, correct?
Yes. If you obviously get knocked out, that's the reason the flexi fare is there. So if you get knocked out and you don't happen to make through, and you don't want to spend that time over Christmas, the fare will be a flexi. So you can pay the difference for the fare and then come home early if you wish. And then they will cancel the rest of the accommodation.
Yeah, right.
If the person wishes to stay there for the entire time, that is their choice, but they have accommodation up until the 5th or 6th of January.
Yeah, right. And there's a lot of players there's a lot of competitions on in the UK around that time of year, especially Portsmouth. I think there's quite a few like little money comps and stuff that you can get involved with around that area. I know the Wizard plays in Portsmouth a bit.
Yes, yep. And that's Simon's hometown, so that's where he lives. So, but people also need to understand, they can certainly go into Ali Pali if they want, and spend a day or two in there if they want to, because the ADC Global is not being played while the PDC World Championships are being played. The reason they've done that is obviously because of the viewing audience.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody will be watching Ali Pali, nobody will be wanting to watch Modus. So they don't have the competition on. So their 2 weeks of their qualifiers are the 2 weeks before Ali Pali, and then they start the very next day after the finals to maximise on the audience in the UK after the finals.
Yep, no worries. Anyone out there got any questions for James? Feel free to hit us up in the comments. I'm just looking at the Facebook ones now. I'll have a look at YouTube as well, just in case you're there.
Because the other thing that there's a few things that still haven't been clarified from a DPA PDC perspective. Last year we got 8 positions for the World Masters qualifiers at the end of January. Myself, Jeremy and Brandon took that option up. But also if the person that wins it wants to go to Q School, it's only 2 weeks after. So if they want to go there and get some good games in preparation, would be key. And mate, there is so many local comps, even anywhere in the UK, all over that time period. They can be linked up with just local pub tournaments where people will be going there and playing. So if they want some decent practice, there's always going to be somewhere there to go and have some practice. And if they want to go and do Q School, then do Challenge Tour, all those options are there open.
Yep. No worries. So I guess the main takeaways to get involved, the qualifier is Saturday the 27th and Sunday the 29th of September at Carroll Park.
27th and 28th.
27th to 28th. Put my glasses on. The Saturday and Sunday, so the consecutive days, believe it or not. I was going to say that. I lost my train of thought now. It's at Carroll Park. Oh, looking for a sponsor. So anyone that wants to get involved will live stream it, and you'll get your business out there or whatever you want to promote to help out with that and help out with a bit of prize money, help out with streaming if you like. And 8 weeks accommodation with flexi flights included to the UK. Sorry, 6 weeks, is it?
6 weeks.
Oh, I do exaggerate a fair bit. Yeah, that looks a great opportunity for Aussies to get involved and get a ticket over to the UK to play in Modus and play in the ADC Global Challenge. Yes,
and we have asked the question, but we haven't got an answer yet. So if the person does happen to qualify through to the top 8 and they are staying there, we have asked if there's a potential for a week in Modus following that. We haven't got an answer on that yet, but if that does happen, obviously then that would be at the person's expense. But yeah, they could potentially have a week on Modus as well.
Is that the stage where they play the finals? Is it on the Modus stage?
Yes, it is.
Finals? Yeah, yep. Right. Great venue. I love that little stage setup they got there.
It is. It's a small venue, but it is very, very good and very professionally run over there.
Yeah. Awesome. Look, we might wrap it up. Oh, hang on. There's a question here from K-Man. Hey, gents, thoughts on Australian Master comp for us old blokes that can't compete against the young ones? Interesting.
I was going to say the World Series, the World Seniors folded recently, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I saw. People getting refunded tickets and what have you. And I saw Richie Housen said, "Well, it was good while it lasted." So that's no more, eh?
No, it's not.
I think so. Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a good concept.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We'll keep it sort of short, sweet, and relevant for now. Yeah. Sorry, K-Man. We'll talk about that later on.
And we do have another competition coming up tonight, the Silver Sands Friday Night Darts, DSL Friday Night Darts, live from the Silver Sands Tavern, starting in about half an hour's time. So we're going to finish this stream. We'll start another one. You can all jump on there and watch that and get a bit rowdy, drink a few beers, have a bit of fun. But been awesome to have you on, James, and had the pleasure of your company over in Wollongong recently. We've been catching up a fair bit. Been good.
It has been. It's the streaming side of things is actually coming to fruition, and it's actually been really good. And I think it's a benefit not just to the players but to the game in general.
Cheers, man. Yeah, absolutely. And for us, because we love it. So it's it's a win-win all round. And thanks again for coming on, Declan. Thank you for co-hosting this afternoon. And
no worries. I said about 20 words.
But you got all the facts straight. That's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, not like you, Ben.
No, I know. It's the vibe of the thing. It's Marbo. It's the vibe. Yeah. All right. We're going to rack off for about half an hour and be back with DSL Silver Sands Friday Night Darts. I've been Ben Hunter. This is my mate Declan Bailey, and that's his son Declan. Sorry, my mate Declan Bailey. His dad James Bailey. Could I murder it anymore? At least I had my mic. At least I had my mic on that time. All right. See you guys. Good.